What are the usual lend type of products available to us? The usual, the common instruments that we may be very familiar with. Bank products. When you actually open a bank account, savings or time deposit, nagpapautang kayo actually sa bangko. Binibigyan kayo ng interest dahil hiniram nila or inutang nila yung pera ninyo. Pwede kayo magpautang sa pamahalaan. It's called government securities. The difference between a treasury bond and treasury bill, mas maikli yung period ng treasury bill compared sa treasury bond. Pwede kayo magpautang sa mga private companies, the SMs of this world, Ayala, Meralco, San Miguel, the big boys in the corporate world. They borrow money. You can lend money to them. Anything that has a promise, like in the form of a maturity value, like what pre-need and insurance companies usually offer, that actually is a lend type of investment. Anything that has a promised, guaranteed fixed return is a lend type of investment. The usual buy type of investments are the following. You go into the stock market, you buy shares of stock. You get into a pooled fund, like mutual funds or unit investment trust funds of universal banks. You hoard dollars or commodities. That's obviously a buy type of investment. Getting into business is actually a buy type of investment. Whatever you bought or capitalized, you want to come up with a product or service that you can sell much higher than your original capitalization. And obviously, real estate, lalo na the common land banking, wherein you buy a property with some projection that it will increase or appreciate in its price, mainly because of development or improvements around the area or its periphery, the value of your property or your land increases as well. Obviously, a buy type of investment. What are the common returns that you can get from a lend type of investment? The following. Savings deposit. If you have a savings deposit sa mga malalaking bangko, the BDOs, BPI, Metrobank, RCBC, PNB and the like, the big universal banks, you can only expect 0.5% at current prices now. You can only expect 0.5% in your savings deposit. Thrift banks, savings banks, rural banks, since they carry more risk, they offer higher return at 1.5% savings deposit rate. If there is a promise already from you that you will not withdraw or hindi nyo sila sisingilin in 14 days, 30 days, 60, 90, 120, 365, all the way up to 5 years, nag-promise kayo na hindi nyo withdraw, time deposit na po ang tawag doon. Since alam na nila that you will not withdraw over that period of time, they will give you higher return. Anywhere from 1.5 to 2%. Some rural banks offer 3% and up. Government securities, the government has a program wherein from its citizens, mga mamamayan niya, binibigyan niya ng investment vehicle. Ang tawag dito, retail treasury bonds. The government, pamahalaan ng Republika ng Pilipinas, humihiram sa kanyang mga mamamayan. Last March, there was an RTD offering. If you lend your money for 5 years to the government, they give you 6% per year. So much higher than what the banks usually offer. Kung 10 years, 7%. That was the offering last March 2011. This week, starting last Monday, the government again started offering retail treasury bonds. But this time around, kung makikita nyo, medyo mas mababa compared to last March, a few months ago. A 10-year lend investment to the government now just gives 5.75% per year. A 15-year term gives 6.25% per year. Kung tatanungin niyo ho, paano makakuha nito? Paano makakapagpautang sa pamahalaan? You just go to their accredited dealers, government securities exchange dealers. Usually, they are the big universal banks. Okay? The target of the government is 100 billion ang utangin for this offering this week, October. I am just not so sure if they have met their target. They are very confident as seen in recent history to meet that 100 billion target. Kung tatanungin niyo naman, sigurado ba ako mababayaran ng pamahalaan sa inuutang nilang pera? Because you can lend money, retail treasury bonds, in minimum 5,000 and multiple of 5,000 thereafter. So 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, up to 500,000 pataas. Sigurado ho kayo mababayaran kapag pamahalaan ng Republika ng Pilipinas ang umutang ng inyong piso. Okay? Wala pa sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas na hindi siya nakapagbayad ng kanyang utang panlabas, lalo na yung utang panloob o utang sa Philippine currency. Another lend type of investment related to the government is Pag-ibig. Aside from your regular Pag-ibig fund contribution of 100 pesos every month, you can actually lend your extra money to Pag-ibig. They have this product called Pag-ibig Fund 2. They give 5% a year interest on the money that you will lend to them. The minimum amount to lend is 500 pesos. Maximum unlimited. So you can lend your money as high as 5 million, 50 million if you want to. The term is 5 years. They will return the money after 5 years. But every year, they will give your 5% interest income. How do you go about lending your money to Pag-ibig Fund? You go to Pag-ibig office or you may course it through your employer. Corporate paper, on the other hand, pinapautang nyo sa mga pribadong kumpanya, it carries more risk actually. Thus, they give you higher return at 8% to 9%. Yung mga insurance or pre-need products, they carry about 5% to 7% return per year if you will calculate kung ano yung inalok nila over a period of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, pumapalo po siya ng 5% to 7%. Buy type of investments, on the other hand, the usual buy type investments, their performances are the following. As of today, your Philippine stock market has grown 63% the past 5 years, or an average growth of 12.6% per year the past 5 years. Please take note, the past 5 years includes the chaotic 2008, the time where the global financial crisis started cropping up. Mutual funds, specifically FAMI Salef, First Metro Asset Management Incorporated Save and Learn Equity Fund, their 5-year performance is a growth of 125% the past 5 years, or a simple average of 25% a year. The exchange rate, or US dollars, has depreciated 15% the past 5 years, meaning if you kept on holding, buying US dollars, you would have lost 15% already because the peso is appreciating. If you are an OFW family, meaning receiving remittance, and you convert your peso right away, that you can look at the 15% as a possible gain compared to holding to your US dollars. If you want to get into real estate investing or getting into business, a modest target is 20% a year, 10 to 20%. Because if you will get into business, the risky proposition of getting into your own business, and you will just get 3%, 5% growth, you might as well get into a lend type of investment. Fixed na, guaranteed pa. Pwede pang ma-insure. Compared to running, owning your own business, if you will just get 5% or less from your business, less headache ang lend type of investment. So a modest target is 10% to 20% a year.